What in the world is going on, guys? Welcome back to Alex of All Trades, where today we're throwing it down in the kitchen. Alrighty, guys, so I hope you brought your appetite because today we're making country fried chicken with cream gravy. So first thing you want to do is you want to get a pan nice and hot, put some oil in there. Every time you're going to mess with any type of meat, protein, you definitely want to be sanitary, wash your hands there. And contrary to popular belief, you don't want to rinse your protein out with soap. I just like to do a light rinse. And these are some extremely thick chicken breasts, so I'm cutting them in half here, as you can see. And next, after I've got it all, you want to move on to your batter and your flour mixture. So I'm using 3 eggs because I've got a lot of chicken to cover, and then just a little touch of milk to make it a little bit more of a nice consistency there. So then moving on to my flour mixture, I'm adding some spices to the flour. This is going to give the flavor to the chicken. So as you can see, I put some garlic powder, some chili powder, salt and pepper, a couple other things. I don't want to give my recipe 100% away, but just experiment with it and have fun and see what kind of herbs and spices mingle with each other. And who knows, you might be the next Colonel Sanders and make the best fried chicken the world has ever seen. Next, I'm getting a bowl here to put my finished and battered chicken when I'm all done. So what you want to do is you want to lightly coat your chicken breast with flour, dip it into your egg and milk mixture, and then back into the flour. This will give it a nice coating and a really nice crust. You can even use buttermilk. I just like to use regular milk. That's just what I use, but buttermilk is a nice alternative as well. Then once you have all of your chicken breasts coated, and then you make sure your oil is nice and hot. And I'm using tongs because this thing gets hot. I mean, be very careful whenever you're doing that. And while it's cooking, make it easier on yourself and clean up a little bit. I'm gonna make some French fries to go with this. So what I'm doing, as you can see, is I'm washing some potatoes and then I'm peeling them. I love the skin. I don't know about you guys, but I love the skin of my potatoes. You can peel them if that's what you like, but I personally prefer the skin with it. And then always make sure to check on your chicken as it's cooking. You don't want it to burn. And, once you're done with your fries, you definitely have to, play with it a little bit. Once it's all done, you want to take it out. I've got a big bowl over here with some paper towels in it to soak up some of the grease. And then you can start your next batch because, as you can see, we've got a lot of chicken to fry. Man, that looks good. I just had that like 2 hours ago and I already want another piece. Oh, just nice and tender, and man, just the crust nice and golden on top. And then once you're done with your batch of chicken, then you can take all of your cut potatoes and put it in the oil. You can use the same oil or you can use new oil. I like having that flavor in there, so I use the same oil. And then once, it does take a little bit of time for the potatoes to fry if you didn't blanch them. But I like that. I love that taste. It tastes really fresh and it gives it a great flavor. And then to season it, I just use salt and pepper, lightly salt it and swish it around in there. And you always want to taste your food, make sure that it's coming out great. And then, as I said, with that flour mixture, I'm just putting it into a smaller pan here with some of the leftover oil. And you just want to stir it in, lightly stir it until you get this nice consistency. And then you want to add a little bit of warm milk to this. It is going to bubble, it can be a little scary, but don't worry, if you can't stand the heat, stay out the kitchen. And then after some stirring, you'll get a nice thick cream gravy. Of course, you can thin it out if you want to add a little bit more milk or whatever. And then the best part, you want to assemble your plate. So you pick the juiciest, the plumpest chicken breast here, and then you get just a nice handful of French fries there to go underneath it. And then you top it all off with a little bit of gravy. Well, let's be honest, a lot of gravy. And then once you get to that point, then you're just ready to dig in. I like to be a little extra. I put some fresh cracked pepper on my gravy and then a little bit of parsley flakes just to give it some color. And then there you go. And now you have some delicious homemade country fried chicken. Well, thank y'all so much for joining me this week, guys. I hope y'all liked the video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe to become a tradesman, and I'll see y'all next week when we record music.